Jacob and Mario coming right at you with topic 3. Topic 3 is Detective Pikachu. May this actually be the best ever live action video game and anime live action movie ever made?
Maybe.
Yes, it's yes. This is going to be so
I mean, it looks good. From what we've seen from the trailer, if you haven't seen it, it's at 42, 43 million views.
Yeah, about 43 million views.
And somewhat on trending currently. I feel like it's going to be good. The way they've done the actual Pokemon in the
so
in the trailer is really good.
We talked about this back in our Monster Hunter episode, but they actually got a fan doing fan art to come in and design the Pokemon. RJ Palmer, who you might know from some really famous art that goes around Facebook and Reddit all the time. He's been doing live, like, realistic Pokemon drawings for about 10 years or so. He's a concept artist at Ubisoft. And he was contacted by the Pokemon Company and Warner Brothers to come in and sort of lend his realistic flair, but to tone it down a bit so it still looked like the games and anime characters.
Yes.
And yeah, he's loving it. And they did the right thing. They reached out to a fan who was being entrepreneurial and working and just doing something out of love.
Ubisoft though, so I mean,
yeah, but I mean,
so he's got some accreditation. Otherwise, like,
he's got some credit, but also the fact is that he's been doing a fan love project for the better part of 10 years with little to no recognition.
But our discussion with Monster Hunter is about cosplayers, and
cosplayers and people who are doing things that are better suited to be adapted by people who are making movies. So yeah, that sort of leads back to something we're talking about.
I mean, it goes well with the characters, so we know. Yeah.
Like, I mean, one of the best things they did was cast Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, brand recognition. Like,
I love the trailer with them in it. So I've been so lonely.
It's so lonely. No, it looks amazing, and they've got some big names in it. You hear Bill Nye doing voiceover as what I'm assuming is the mayor of the city they're in. Ken Watanabe, the legend of Japanese screen, as the police chief. Like, wow, that's going to be so good. It looks like an ultimately really well put together movie. And even Justice Smith, who is majoritively unknown, except to if any of you have seen The Get Down, the Netflix exclusive series directed by Baz Luhrmann, fellow Australian, represent. One of my all-time favourite filmmakers, one of the reasons I got into film, blah, 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 blah. Baz Luhrmann's great. The Get Down was awesome. He was one of the leading characters in it, so I really have faith that he's going to be able to carry this series really well. I'm talking really fast. Please give me some notes about what you think about this before I explode, because I'm so freaking excited!
God, I don't want to jump in while you're talking so much. I mean, yeah, so from the looks of the trailer, so this is all based on the trailer, what we're discussing today.
Definitely.
It looks good.
It looks really good.
The way the Pokemon were made, how they have like their fur and stuff,
the scales, like everything.
Just fits. Yeah, just
people are having issues because they're looking a little creepy. Particularly Mr. Mime. He looks.
I mean, it's gonna look weird. The Pokemon that you're trying to bring in, that you're trying to make look realistic, like they could exist. Yeah, but
they still look really cartoony, which I appreciate that choice of art style.
Yeah, so it's just a more rugged way of looking at Pokemon, and people are like, I mean, there's tons of people would have been like,
there are a lot of people who are mad about the cartoonish look.
I mean, it's like, just get over it, really.
Yeah, you can't, exactly.
There's no way you're going to be able to. You're going to make it look like a dinosaur or something?
They look as realistic as possible while still keeping that genuine cuddly feeling.
Sort of film as well.
People are forgetting this is a kids movie.
Yeah.
Whilst it is going to appeal to us 20-somethings that loved Pokemon growing up, this is for kids. So suck it up and enjoy what we have waited so long for.
Yeah.
For we have been given something awesome. And yeah, I mean,
my only thing here is with the trailer. I just hope that they didn't show us like the good parts.
Yeah, I mean, so far we have 2 really solid punchlines. Yeah. Maybe 3 with the Pika Pika scene in the marketplace.
Ryan Reynolds is a really funny sort of
he's
person,
good. He's a great improvisational actor.
Yeah.
He actually is a talented voice actor. He doesn't just Eddie Murphy it. He doesn't just Chris Rock it. It's like, wow, I show up, I read some words, and I get paid $10 million. It's like, screw you guys.
I wish I could do that.
Care about the craft. Ryan Reynolds... He's not doing Deadpool. He's not doing Ryan Reynolds. If you listen to the inflections and the way that he acts,
it's going to come across as Deadpool.
It sounds like he's actually creating a character.
I feel like with Ryan Reynolds now, anything he does, people will just associate with Deadpool.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, but like it'll just come across as him being Deadpool.
We need to remember that Deadpool is majoritively voice acted.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get a microphone under that mask. It's all done ADR. It's all done after the fact. So people forget that he's a legitimately talented voice actor. So they didn't just hire for, hey, Ryan Reynolds is the hot thing, let's put him in. If they wanted the hot thing, they'd have put Brad Pitt in it. Although Brad Pitt was the hot thing 10 years ago, that dude's old and scaly now. Ryan Reynolds is here.
Still pretty decent.
Yeah, he looks pretty decent for like a recovering drug addict. You know, at least it's not Johnny Depp.
Jesus Christ. What's wrong with Johnny Depp now?
We'll do a whole topic on that.
Oh my God, okay, just moving forward.
Ryan Reynolds is a great pick because he actually is a talented voice actor, whether people know it or not. And I'm really, really interested to see how it goes because the Detective Pikachu games, whilst fun and weird and different...
Never played them.
Well, there's only one that really came out.
It, yeah.
I misspoke, it's all good.
Okay.
It was okay. Like, it was just really basic puzzles, a relatively uninspired story. Whereas this looks cool. It's a kid trying to find his dad. It's a kid who became a cop after failing to be a Pokemon trainer. And suddenly, he's a Pokemon trainer.
Is he actually a cop? I thought I was talking about him joining...
I think he might be like an analyst or an intern at this point, but
right, okay.
Sort of begrudgingly following in his dad's footsteps since he's a failed trainer. It seems really interesting. So, unlike
I like the fact that they're going with the angle of like... Because everyone wants to be a Pokemon trainer. If you think about Pokemon, it's like, I want to be a Pokemon trainer too.
Every 10-year-old in the world's like, give me that Caterpie, I'm going to go out and get beaten up.
There are other jobs in the Pokemon world.
Exactly. You could be a nurse or a police officer or a guy who gives weird advice and also fishing rods out to random people that walk by him. Hey man, it's a legitimate career in Pokemon, apparently. Or you can give away your bikes. Bikes are good.
Yeah.
Or you can give Pokemon, like... Just give a kid some performance-enhancing drugs for his Pokemon, then the Pokemon knows how to do, like, cut. Which is pretty awesome, honestly. But, you know, there's...
I'm just imagining now, like, if there's, like, the police force...
You want to buy some HMs?
No, like, the police force in, like, Harlem or something, like, chasing people for, like, beating up Pokemon or something. I just use Harlem as an example of, like...
You've been watching a lot of Luke Cage.
Yes, I have, so that's why I'm just thinking about that, okay? So it's not being racist or whatever, okay?
I'm trying to think, which Pokemon would Luke Cage be?
Oh, no idea.
Probably be Machamp.
Machamp?
Yeah, I can see Machamp. As you can tell, we are just crazy excited for this movie. But
yeah,
it just seems like it's going to be something that's genuinely heartfelt and fun, and it seems to be appealing to the older generation as well as the younger. I'm pretty lucky in this regard because I have a younger brother who is right at the target age for all of this, and he is so hyped after not even really playing Pokemon. He just knows what it is. He's watched the anime, but he's never played
Pokemon. Yeah.
He's never played any of the games, but he's watched all the episodes of the anime. So it's cool. I feel like this is going to be something that's really going to bring people together, older generation and younger, because, let's be fair, Pokemon's timeless. And it really seems like they're doing it properly. Not to throw shade too much at the Japanese film industry, but their live actions have been pretty abysmal. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how...
Oh, you say that? I just say they've been really... Let's just put that out on the table.
I'm interested to see how people handle it now, after we've had a lot of evolution in the film industry since the last few attempts at this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And adapting something that is pretty universal and easy, like Pokemon, not adapting something like Ghost in the Shell, which, whilst a good adaptation, was pretty difficult to sell to people.
They're really picking up the game when it comes to live-action anime movies. Like, I thought initially that it would just be like a
CG is
small...
amazing.
I thought it would be a small trend for live-action movies in general. Anime live-action movies, I mean. But then now it's starting to become more, and they're bringing out more and more. And hopefully the more good. So this will probably be a decent anime.
I'm expecting that this is going to turn into a franchise.
Yeah, if it's good, then thank God. Like good. Then we can actually start getting some legwork done and the paving, so more people will come in and watch it.
More people will watch anime. More people who watch anime will be less ashamed to be like, hey, I like this stuff, because we'll finally be getting good content that isn't weird and
I hate that
obscure.
Yeah, that stagnant sort of feeling from people where it's like, oh, you watch anime?
Yeah, it's like, you haven't watched anime since Dragon Ball GT came out. What do you have to say about it?
Yeah.
Like,
shut the up.
Yeah, it's an issue. And that's why I think Detective Pikachu is going to be a really refreshing thing. Yeah. Whether it's critically acclaimed or not.
We hope.
It's a kids' movie, so it's going to do well, and it's going to make bank, and we're going to get a second one, whether you like it or not.
Even if it's crap, it's going to make bank off the nostalgia trip. So all seats will be filled to watch this.
My partner has never watched any anime, kind of knows Pokemon from a cursory understanding from her little brother, and from watching the trailer was in tears laughing and said, please take me to watch this. So it's like, sweet. It's clearly appealing to people who don't even really have a foothold in either camp of what's going on video games or anime.
Pokemon's just been such a big thing.
Yeah, which is why this is the perfect choice.
With the Pokemon Go app, even people who didn't like anime or even didn't really like Pokemon were still getting into it because it's just that craze. And that craze is carried on now. So, yeah. Remains to be seen if it's good or not.
Definitely.
They'll definitely make a lot of money. Whether or not...
Definitely get a sequel.
That's a maybe on that. If it's bad, then probably not. They'll just make a lot of money off it, obviously. Just literally like, this is cash cow, yay!
I don't know, have you seen the Minions movies? They're making so many more of them.
They only made the Minions movies because of, like, Despicable Me. They were just
Which is a good movie.
People like the Minions more than they like the actual Despicable Me character.
Those people are wrong, because Gru is the best of those movies.
Just coming from the perspective that they made movies just about the Minions, people love them so much. Yeah, so but that's understandable.
If they're going to make sequels of the Minions movies, then we deserve a Detective Pikachu sequel, regardless of how good it is.
I just don't think they'll do it like that. I don't think there'll be another Detective Pikachu movie. There'll probably be other live-action like Pokemon movies.
I'd love to see more live-action Pokemon, and I think this is a really good tester for it.
I feel like that's a thing. But
Definitely.
But if they go in the direction with, like, they probably won't have Ryan Reynolds in there anymore.
No.
If they're going to do another Pokemon live action. Then, so we're getting to an area where it's like, if they were to do more from this, they would need to really step on the game on who's acting, who's doing this and this. If they don't have the proper people in it, fail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's going to be fascinating, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
But first of all, we need this damn movie to come out so I can say that we finally got a good anime and video game
When's
movie.
It actually come out? It's just 2019, they said.
Yeah, I don't think there's a solid release date yet. Yeah. I could be wrong.
I'll put it in the screen here, I guess. So,
I'm so glad you edit these now. Yeah. Anyways, guys, tell us your thoughts on Detective Pikachu. Are you in the camp that love the way they look or hate the way they look? Are you excited for this? Do you just not care about Pokemon? Do you have no soul? Anyways, we will see you tomorrow for our final topic for the week. See you then.
Yeah.
Peace.